All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakal Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. As you can see on the screen, this is from the economic collapse. Okay, that's the source of this article. It's written and it's published on March 31st, 2020, the year of prophecy. The title is 49% of U.S. companies expect layoffs in the next 3 months as unemployment heads to Great Depression levels. Okay, and we've been talking about these things, these prophecies for years. Okay, out on the highways and hedges, prophesying. Okay, so now things are coming to pass, and things are not looking too good. Okay, according to this article. But this is not going to be a long video. We're going to get into this article real quick, hit a few points, and I'm gonna bring out a few precepts because prophecy is straight and direct. As a matter of fact, before I start, let's start at Revelation 19 real quick. The book of Revelation 19 and around the 11th verse, which it says matter of fact, let's go up because it's 10. Yeah, it's verse 10. Okay. Matter of fact, I'll start at 9. This is Revelation 19 and 9. It says, and he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. Yeah, because those men that are blessed to come unto the marriage supper of the Lamb, that's Yahweh Shah, all right, coming back, and he's doing the commandment of his Father. Okay, those men shall be blessed. It says, and he saith unto me, these are the true sayings of Yahweh. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, so the spirit of prophecy, okay, is the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Okay, so we prophesy, man. Okay, we've been telling you years, okay, starting with the elders and apostles, that these things are going to come. Okay, the downfall of America, the collapse of Babylon, and it just so happens that a pestilence is going to be the catalyst, okay, for the collapse and the ushering of the New World Order, and also to the ultimate destruction of Babylon the Great. Okay, now this article is talking about over, we're a little under 50%. Excuse me, a little under 50% of U.S. companies expecting layoffs in the next 3 months. So today is March 31st, 2020. So April, May, and June. Okay, April, May, and June. Okay, so these companies are expecting layoffs. And today, as I was working, okay, I went into a shopping center that is usually a bustling shopping center with multiple stores. As a matter of fact, it was two shopping centers that I went into because I was going to the store, the Wegmans, okay, and you had Home Goods, you had like you had you got what else do you have over there? You have Old Navy, okay, you have a few other stores, a few other major stores that I've seen that was completely shut down. Best Buy is shut down. Okay, you can pick up stuff, drive up and pick up stuff from Best Buy. I don't know if that's going on now because they said all essential employees, but these big box chain stores are closing down, and guess what? That means ultimately layoffs. Okay, but going into it, it says if the U.S. economy remains in shutdown mode for the next several months, we are going to witness layoffs like we have never seen before in the U.S. history. Okay, so unprecedented things are taking place. Okay, it says, of course, what we have already witnessed is difficult to believe. Last week, more than 3.2 million Americans filed uh, initial claims of unemployment benefits, and that was more than 4 times higher than the previous all-time record. This week, another massive surge is expected, and we will continue to see lots more layoffs for as long as this pandemic persists. Okay, and we don't know how long this pandemic is going to persist, but this pandemic is here. Okay, it's a fixture of society right now. Okay, Now, let's go to the scripture right here in the Apocrypha, Apocryphy, in Apocrypha right here. This is Second Ezra 8 and 50, because this is a precept that the apostle Carl likes to bring out a lot. Okay, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world." Yeah, because part of these great miseries that these people are going through is them losing their jobs and their hope. Okay, because it's going to be miserable, and now you're quarantined with people, you're quarantined with family members, so you're going to have incidents of domestic disputes. Okay, you're gonna have infighting and all of that, especially when you get a whole bunch of women in the house together. Okay, you're gonna see those things, women fighting each other, and ultimately people are gonna be fighting to the death. Okay, and then you're gonna have a lot of things that's gonna take place, man, just because of these this pandemic. Okay, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Yeah, see, now today you have I think the mayor. Okay, and you can see the mayor on one of the old videos that I did this past summer, when the mayor of Washington D.C. She was at the Pride Parade in June. Okay, now look at these miseries that's coming upon this place, man. She was at the Pride Parade celebrating homosexuality in the Pride Parade. Now she's presiding, okay, or she's head of a city in crisis, okay, with this coronavirus, okay, COVID-19. All right, okay, and good for her, okay, because they dwelt in great pride. All right, now the Lord is doing what He said He's going to do, and people weren't considering these things that was going to take place in the future. Now they're feeling the effects of these things. Now you have a record number of people filing for unemployment benefits. Okay, it says this week another massive surge is expected, and we will continue to see lots more layoffs for as long as the pandemic persists. It is going to be very challenging time for the country. Okay, and that's part of those great miseries. Okay, it says because we haven't seen anything like this since the Great Depression. Yes, shut down most of the nation is saving lives, but it is also absolutely crippling our economy. And guess what? This is on your politicians, because they set up this economy to be a consumer-driven economy, and they shipped all the jobs off overseas, and that was United States government policy. Okay, and your politicians became rich doing this. All right, and guess what? Now the people have to suffer. Okay. All right, let's jump down. It says 49% of companies told Challenger, Gray, and Christmas they are very or somewhat likely to conduct layoffs in the next 3 months, while 11% reported they have conducted permanent layoffs. Another 7% have conducted temporary layoffs. Okay, so people have been laid off. People have been furloughed. Okay, the Baltimore Aquarium, they furloughed their workers. Okay, there was a report that took place that came out today. I briefly seen it. It says if that actually happens, can you imagine what that will do to the unemployment rate? I know that this may sound really crazy, but at this point, the St. Louis Fed is projecting that we will soon see a 32% unemployment rate. Millions of Americans already have lost their jobs due to the coronavirus crisis, and the worst of the damage is yet to come. Yeah, because there's going to be more stuff that's going to come. Okay. All right. And this article is going to get into it. You're going to have civil unrest. You're going to have suicides. You're going to have uh, 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 mass death. You're going to have murders. Okay. There's going to be a lot more things taking place. This is just the calm before the storm. Okay. It says the only way I'm jumping down. Don't mind me, I'm jumping down. But I'll put a link to this article in post production if you want to read it. But I'm just skipping through the points for time's sake. Bring out some precepts. Um, it says right now the number of confirmed cases and the number of deaths is still increasing, but at least the rate at which they are rising is starting to slow down. Yeah, okay. It says hopefully that means that the shelter in place orders have a positive effect, but if only if everyone is allowed to resume normal activity a couple of months from now, we could see a second wave erupt at the number as the number of cases start to explode at once again. Yeah, because that 1918 Spanish flu, you had multiple. It was three waves of that flu, and that killed millions of people. This is the only way to truly defeat this virus would be to conduct a complete and total nationwide lockdown for at least 28 days. At the same time, that the rest of the world is also conducting simultaneous lockdowns, and there is no way that is going to happen. Okay, it says so. It looks like we will be dealing with the virus for a long, long time to come. Okay, you got a few tweets in here, um, and like I said, I'm jumping down in this article, but I saw an article that said certain companies are starting to board up their yeah, here it goes right here. It says high-end stores across the country have been boarding up their stores in anticipation of civil unrest due to the Chinese coronavirus pandemic. In Beverly Hills, the Pottery Barn and West Elm stores near Rodeo Drive were spotted with boards across the windows, according to TMC. Meanwhile, stores in New York, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, Paris, Vancouver, and elsewhere were similarly boarded up. Okay. It says if I was in their shoes, I would probably be doing the same thing. As unemployment soars and people get sick and tired of being confined to their own homes, it is probably only a matter of time before we see civil unrest, rioting, looting, and unprecedented spike in crime rates. Okay, and all of this is coming. Okay, and this is what the elites want. Okay, because they need a complete lockdown. And guess what? This is pressure from above and pressure from below. This is Hegelian dialectic. Okay, order out of chaos. Okay, because they need the chaos to come. And believe it, the chaos is coming. Okay, you're gonna see the chaos within a matter of months. I won't even say a matter of months, within a matter of weeks, because this thing is rapidly changing from day to day. Okay, it don't take a lot of time. Okay, for society to collapse. All right. Oh, let me jump down here. It says, sadly, so many Americans today have come to take such great pride in our debt-fueled national prosperity, and now that prosperity is going to be smashed into 1,000 pieces. Okay? And guess what? That's why we have these precepts right here. The scriptures tell you everything that needs to be said. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, because when that unemployment rate goes up, what kind of answers are they going to have? You have the Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. Okay, he's the keeper of the house. Okay, he's trembling right now because once they give out this money, okay, to these citizens, and guess what? The things don't go back to normalcy. Okay, they're gonna have to come up with other things. Okay, to try to quell the anxiety and the anxiety of the American people and the uncertainty of the American people. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. And this is the time that we're in. We're in a time where the grinders are ceasing, okay, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened because of the uncertainty out there. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And that's what's happening. The doors are shut in the streets. Okay, and they're boarding up, okay, businesses in Hollywood, okay, in other cities, okay, Vancouver, Paris, Chicago, New York, okay. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay. Now let's go to the next precept real quick. This is Baruch 4:32. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children served. And that's the children of Israel. These cities are becoming miserable. Okay. They're going to become more miserable. Okay. It says, miserable is he that received thy sons. And that represents Babylon the Great or America, because who have you received? You received the children of Israel, okay? And that's going to become a curse unto you, okay? Because the Lord is going to bring forth a judgment for you touching the apple of his eye. Proverbs 1:26, it says, okay, and this is for the wicked of our people, okay? It says, I also will laugh at your calamity, okay? Because a lot of people are going to lose money, okay? They're going to lose their homes, okay? They're going to lose their livelihoods. They're going to lose their lives, okay? And the Lord, guess what? The Lord said he's going to laugh at your calamity. And guess what? Who's going to be laughing? The Lord's mouthpiece, his servants, the prophets, okay? I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Yeah, because martial law is going to come, okay? It's going to be a complete lockdown. This is only the beginning, okay? It gets worse than this, all right? The scripture said that we through much tribulation shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, okay? But what about those that don't fear the Lord? Which brings me to this precept right here. This is I want to say it's First Peter's 4, I think. First Peter's 4, is that First Peter's 4:17? Yeah, yep. This is First Peter's 4:17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High." Yeah, because judgment is going to start within the cosmos, okay, of Israel. Okay, it says, "And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua?" Okay, it says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved," yeah, because the scriptures say the righteous shall scarcely be saved, "where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" Okay, they're going to appear in the calamity, okay, in this hell that's about to come. Okay, it says Proverbs 1:27, it says, "When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you." That because distress and anguish. What I'm reading with this, 49% of U.S. companies expect layoffs in the next 3 months as unemployment heads to Great Depression levels. This is going to bring distress and anguish, okay, upon you 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the wicked of you that refuse to hear the words of the Lord, okay? Because the Lord looks at you as good for nothing, all right? And the elites look at you as a sheep led to the slaughter. As a matter of fact, let's go to real quick. This is Second Ezra 15 and Second Ezra 15 and verse 10. Okay. Second Ezra 15 verse 10, it says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter." Okay. Yeah, because they're conditioning you, okay, to be brought right to the slaughter. Okay. Taking that microchip, taking these vaccines, okay, complying with these government mandates, okay, that they're pushing. They're basically setting you up for the slaughter, okay? And that's why the Lord said what he said. He says, "I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before." And this COVID-19 is a plague, okay? "And will destroy all the land thereof." And how is this land going to be destroyed? Okay, by thermonuclear destruction. It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishments that Yahweh shall bring upon it." Okay, so the Lord is bringing plagues and punishments upon this society. Okay, and one of the plagues is COVID-19, and after that there'll be more plagues. Okay, you're gonna have a plague of famine. Okay, you're gonna have a plague of different things, man. You know, we're coming into hurricane season. Okay, we're probably already in the midst of hurricane season. There's a hurricane a few weeks ago, okay, in Tennessee. But these are the things to look forward to, okay? Not only unemployment, but this is just they push those dominoes. Those dominoes is accelerating, okay, down the course of the design that the Most High have set up, Okay, I liken this to them dominoes being pushed, and it's going through a multiple phases. You know, and the ultimate, the last domino is the nuclear destruction. Okay, so with that, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers that's pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Until the next episode, Shalom.